So, welcome, Radiant Souls, to Ask the Oracle, a space where intuition leads, symbols speak, and spirit guides the way. I'm Suzy Cherub, and today I'm joined by a guest whose presence is both grounded and otherworldly, Psychic Deniz. Deniz is a Turkish-born psychic medium, tasseography, not sure if I said that right, expert, and a beloved guide to many across Australia and worldwide. With many years of experience and a heart full of wisdom, he brings cultural richness, emotional clarity, and spiritual depth to every reading. Hi, Deniz, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. How about you?
Very, very good. Let's dive deep into these questions. So, my first question to you is, what was your first memory of sensing something beyond the physical world?
I was the age of 8, watching television in my room. That's how it all started.
Yeah, isn't it interesting when you have those kind of very early memories as a child of an experience? So, do you remember what happened to you around the age of 8? What did you witness when you were watching television?
It's more like a feeling that you are not alone,
Feeling?
almost like a
Yes,
whisper, like there is someone else with you, or you get and it is not like seeing someone. I am more a clairsentient. I sense things. So
beautiful.
feeling that I'm supposed to be alone in my room, but I'm not alone. Or my mom is with me. We are watching television, but there is someone else too. You feel the presence, and you feel like the dimensions converge, align, and there is a little bit of like feeling that almost like touching the water, and beyond that water there is something else. You
I
feel it,
understand. Yeah.
and that's why many people at class even called me, oh, you're so absent-minded sometimes. I just kind of like switch off and I just look. It's more like enjoying your own time, one foot here, one foot there.
Yes. I remember at school, Dennis, I'd always be accused of daydreaming out the window, like off with the fairies, on another planet. But of course, being that sensitive, intuitive little child that can sense things, you and I had kind of a better place to be, right?
Yes, it's I am on another planet. Perhaps we are on another planet. So
Yes, that's it.
it's not wrong. It's all good.
It's all good. So I'm really curious, how did your Turkish upbringing influence your spiritual growth, do you think?
The main way is the coffee cup readings because
Yes.
um, I was born in Germany. In fact, to Turkish parents, if I stayed there, probably I would use another method, another tool, another divination method, not coffee cup, but this is coming from the history when ladies gathered to support each other. Let's say their
Yes.
son is at war or their husband is at work or there is infidelity or money loss. Ladies, neighbors support each other through coffee cup reading. And my mom used to take me to one of those days. It's called gün, that means day. So everyone bakes something, makes something, they come together, they drink coffee, they drink tea, and they talk. It's like a psychology class in a way. 10 ladies,
Yeah.
20 ladies, they share food and talk. And I remember till the age of 12, my mom was taking me. I am the last one to drop off these kind of like meetings. Then I said, okay, I'm too old for that. But I witnessed ladies and their problems. That's how it all started. Um, Feeling the pain of many women around me and also coffee cup readings. I think that's how the Turkish culture affected the readings today.
Love that so much. So, I love the coffee cup readings. I think it's such an interesting modality. So, I'm wondering how it kind of differs from other divinational tools because I know, are there symbols that consistently appear, across cultures, and and what might they mean? So it's quite, is it interpreting the symbols in the coffee cups? How does that work?
First of all, coffee cup readings is not different from the other modalities.
Yes.
We all do the same thing. For example, I've got clients coming from a tarot reader, psychic medium, and same message with some details here and there, but the main message doesn't change. And it happens so many times. I'm confident that our modalities actually just makes us again unite.
Yes.
Just that the things we use are dependent on us, and it might change.
Yes.
For example, I use my singing bowl sometimes in the beginning of the
Yes.
session if I need that clarity. I have my
Yes.
tarot cards next to me as well. But my
Yes.
culture is allowing me to do coffee cup reading. So it's more like looking at the symbols and
Yes.
interpreting them. But in
Beautiful.
Turkey, for example, after drinking the coffee, they might tip it over on a saucer in a different way. In the Balkans region or in Egypt, they might do it a different way. So there are
Interesting.
cultural differences based on the environment, even the alphabet. For example, today in Turkey, we use Latin alphabet. But if I go to Iran, they use Farsi language.
Yes.
In other parts of the Middle East, they use Arabic language. The
Okay.
symbols might change, but the overall meaning, and you get to the same kind of result in the end.
I totally agree. Different pathways to the same insight, to the same vision. You know, I just think it makes it kind of more interesting when you use spiritual tools or psychic tools that really resonate with you. And yeah, I love that kind of cultural significance as well. I think it's really beautiful that you honor your culture that way. And but yeah, totally, like, tarot, oracle cards, pendulums, coffee cup readings, tea leaf readings, um, just, different beautiful modalities, often to the same message. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, beautiful. Love that. So I know for me, I used to run a very busy psychic healing practice in Canberra, in Australia, and then COVID came along and we had to put our businesses online. And I know that you did this very successfully as well. So I'm really curious what that shift was like for you going to remote readings. Yeah?
I started remote readings long time ago before COVID.
Yes.
As psychic mediums, we all feel things sometimes without knowing what is going to happen, but you get some sense. In 2019, I decided to sell everything and go back to Turkey to support my parents. And
Right.
we were at a restaurant in Istanbul when COVID hit. One tourist actually just had a fit and fell on the floor in a palace restaurant in Istanbul. And I said to my mom, because she was very busy with her makeup, I said, let's go. You can do your makeup later on because something is happening here. That's how it all began there. But I'm very glad. I didn't know that COVID was coming, but even prior to that, like 3 years, 4 years before that, I was starting online sessions because some of my clients are overseas. Sometimes
Yes.
I need to go and support my parents. That's why I am
Yes.
in Turkey and I have to continue this way. And I am the only child in my family. So
Right.
I grew up alone in a way. I'm not afraid of loneliness.
Yes. I'm not
In that
either.
respect, my
Yeah.
university or my readings, everything is online. And I have some mobility issues as well these days with my legs. That's why I can't go everywhere. So it is
Yeah.
easier for me for practical reasons. And I realize when I do online readings, I focus more on your reading. But
Yes.
when people come to me, I have to organize the office or home. I have to keep it clean. I have to
Yes.
make the coffee. I have to do the dishes afterwards. Some
Yes.
people come with their children or animals. I don't have space for that.
Yes.
People, through transference and counter transference, they cry, they go. But I am still with that feeling. My energy is with that feeling. That's why now I am very like switching on. I say, whatever I need to say, still with empathy, still with love, but we have a healthy boundary. And that
Yes.
boundary is called Zoom, FaceTime, or WhatsApp.
Totally agree. Yeah.
That's how it works. That's why
Yes.
I'm loving this.
I love it too. It's like there's less distractions. Every now and again, my sausage dog might come in. He came in just while you were talking then. But I find it less distracting. I find it far more convenient. But initially, I was a little bit worried because I had a lot of like clients that I wasn't sure how they'd go with, getting on Zoom or whatever. But I find it really efficient. And, I love that you can be a newsreader and have a beautiful blouse on and your tracky pants on underneath, like it's, it's far more
Exactly.
comfortable too, Dennis, isn't it? Yeah.
It is,
But
and
the
we all need
connection's
that
the
comfort.
same. Yeah. The connection's the same. Yeah.
The connection is the same. The readings are not the same, though. The readings are better because I am more
Yes.
comfortable.
Oh, thank
I
you for
am with
sharing
my
that.
cat.
Yeah.
There is warmth. I just feel like much more me, myself.
Yes.
The
Yes.
customer feels the same. Some of them have to sit in their car because they don't have privacy at home or in the office. So everyone is in their own comfort zone.
Yes. I agree. It's far more comfortable. And you can create sacred space in a digital setting as well. Like I've still got my crystals here. I've still got my, as you said, your beautiful sound bowl. I can light a candle. Yeah, it's really beautiful. Do you find it quite easy? I find it quite easy to get into the zone in that digital setting. Yeah.
It is easier. I still connect with my clients in the same way because my home might look a bit different to them when they visit. I want them to be
Yes.
comfortable as well. They are
True.
comfortable in their own way, but I am too.
Great. Yeah.
So it really makes the reading much more smoother. Uh, if if there is any need, I press the button, I record the session, and I just send it away. Or they record it if they want to keep something. But
Yes.
seeing me or touching my hand or drinking my coffee is not going to make any difference. I'm not that special at all. The reading is special. I am a tool. I am like a microphone.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. And energy is energy. So,
Energy is energy.
yeah.
I love my friend. My friend thinks of me at the same time. Telepathically, we connect, but there is no any telephone. There is no any Wi-Fi.
Yes.
There is no any
Yeah.
in-person connection. Sorry, that's my old clock, for example.
Yeah.
So just it is the energy. Thinking about someone is powerful enough. We
I
don't have to
totally
be
agree. Yeah.
present in
No,
person.
no. So just moving on now, what advice would you give to emerging psychics navigating, sensitivity, boundaries and self-doubt? Is there any advice that you'd give to those, emerging psychics?
Yes, self-doubt is wonderful. There is no reason to claim that, oh, I am perfect, everything is fine, I've got clients. I always have self doubt. Whatever I say, I triple check, and that makes me much more grounded.
Yes.
First, there is an ego when we start. We do it, perhaps I did it, I started for money, for not fame, but for money. When the customer cried, I said, oh, hold on a second. This is more than what I get. They need something. How can I be better so they can get the answer?
Mm.
And then it has become more than I know this is my business, but I hate it when I say business because to me it is not business, it's my passion.
Oh,
And that's the day I started even to do some university courses, just to take it deeper. I
I love
started to
that.
do retreats because it's not just about the business side of it.
Yes,
I know more about my client than I know about my partner or my friend because they share their everything and they need the
yes,
answer. We go deep straight away. For new
yes,
psychics, it's inevitable they will have self doubt. And the
yes.
self doubt will never go away. Only a narcissist would say, I am the best I know. That's not possible. And
No,
yes, I will make
y-
mistakes. I'm a human being.
exactly. You know, when psychics, claim that they're 100% accurate, I mean, how ridiculous, you know, it's not an exact science. And I think the self-doubt brings integrity and, and as you said, it's normal. But if anything, it drives you to go deeper, as you said, to triple check your answers. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I love that answer. And navigating the sensitivity too, Dennis. I know a lot of my students often say things to me like, oh, I'm just a bit worried that, when I'm dealing with people's problems all the time and I'm very sensitive and I'm not sure how I'm going to navigate that. What would you tell them?
I can't really tell them much because I come from a bit, how can I say, beautiful but cold family. So, and we love it. For example, I lost my grandma. My mom is
Yeah.
next to me. Neither of us cried. We arranged the funeral first. So
Yes.
we are not very emotional because I'm not a very emotional person in that respect. I cry with my clients, but I know what needs to be done, and I'm very methodical in my personal life too.
Yes.
Therefore, I don't panic much. I don't have it
Yes.
in me. How can I
Yes.
sit here and say, be like this, or change, or become like this to be a better psychic? Because everyone has their personal way.
Yes.
So after the reading, I switch off very easily because it
Yes.
comes to me easy.
Yes.
So that is easy for me. It was always this way. But I
Yes.
haven't done anything to switch myself off. What I've done is from in person sessions, I moved to online sessions. That's probably
Yes.
one of the best things I ever did.
Yes.
Some people go because they want in person, some new people arrived, as
Yeah,
you
that's true.
pointed out,
Yeah.
and life goes on. Beyond that, I don't have any secret formula. I am a happy person. I have a
Yes.
routine and I stick to my routine. I wake up, I do my exercise bike, I have a coffee in the balcony while my cat sits next to me.
Yes.
I message to my friends, I do my physiotherapy session. So sticking to my routine gives me the confidence and happiness. So the
Yes.
problems come and go, but I am like that rock in the riverbed. Things change
Yeah.
around me, but I'm still there. I'm an old rock,
Yes.
and I like it.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah, it's really interesting because I'm a bit the same way. Like, I can cry with my clients too, but I'm a bit like you. I don't get easily shaken or, yeah, it's an interesting thing. Yeah. And I've never really met someone that kind of explained it the way you explained it. That's so good. So, how do you discern between emotional empathy and intuitive knowing? Because you said that you're clairsentient, so you get a lot of your intuition through sensing and feeling, the same way you felt at 8 years old that you weren't alone, that you felt you sensed it. So, yeah, do you kind of like, can you kind of talk to that?
When I was growing up, I had other issues in my mind, like my school or being a gay psychic medium in Turkish culture.
Yes, yeah,
Being a psychic wasn't that important to me. I had other issues to deal with my body, with my pimples, with my sexuality, and combining that
yes,
with the religion and culture. Therefore, I didn't even feel like a psychic till a moment arrived at school and I started to do coffee cup readings. And
yes,
people start to buy me lunches in return because what I said came true.
Oh, I love that.
And I become quite overweight in a short space of time because people used to buy me things. I had to eat a lot.
They
I
were
was
paying you with
skinny.
lunches. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, as you can see, I'm not that big, but I used to be quite chubby back then. And that's how it all started around high school,
Yes.
junior high school time. But beyond that, I am sorry, what was the question? So you can see I'm very short minded these days. Short.
Oh, no, I totally get it. Yeah. Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
It would have been it would have been challenging, I would imagine, being a gay man in that culture. How did you navigate that, Dennis? I'm wondering.
For any gay, for any lesbian, for any transsexual,
Yes.
no
Yes.
matter where they live, in Australia, in America, in Turkey, of course, perhaps not in countries such as Afghanistan, or it might be more
Yeah.
difficult because it's life threatening, but it
Yeah.
can be life threatening in Turkey, in Russia, not so much in Turkey, but it is difficult. It is very
Yeah.
difficult because you doubt yourself every day. I'm not good enough type of feeling is
Right.
embedded in you,
It's
within you.
embedded. Yeah.
Difficult childhood, difficult, especially teenage years. That's why,
Yes.
if I have any intuition, I wasn't really focusing on that one while I was dealing with my thing. But being gay probably allows me to tap into the ladies' problems more easier than a straight
Absolutely.
guy in that respect. I can understand both sides a
Yes.
little bit. But when the time comes, I also talk as a man. I say, okay, darling, your husband means that way in man language. In plain language, this is
Yes.
what it means. So you can see both
You
sides.
can dance. You can do the dance between the two.
Yes, all the
Yeah.
time. And I
Yeah.
love it. Emotional empathy between separated, now I remember, emotional empathy
Empathy.
and the psychic reading. It
Yes.
took me years. Am I saying such thing to console and to just make them feel good? Or do I really mean it as psychic, Deniz?
Yes.
In the end, I had to do one thing. Gradually, it happened. I separated psychic from Deniz. Sometimes Deniz, as a 53-year-old man, talks about from experience. And I say, by the way, I need to tell this from my experience. I
Yes.
kind of like interject that bit and I go back to psychic reading. And I said, I would have not done this way as Deniz, but this is not about me. This is your time. And this would be good for you for that reason. But still, you double check with your loved ones, with your family. This is how I talk. Emotional empathy is important, but being true to yourself is even more important. That's
Absolutely.
why when I do the readings, for example, if this is something a bit they don't want to hear, I still say it. So my emotional empathy is
Yeah.
there,
The
but it
honesty.
doesn't,
Yeah.
honesty is first.
Yeah.
Honesty is
I
first.
think the emotional empathy, I don't know about you, Dennis, but I feel it just helps with the delivery.
And for that
When you've got to
delivery,
deliver those hard truths, it can help with that, yeah, with the delivery. Yeah.
because for the delivery, and as you can hear, I have an accent, I have a thick accent. I didn't learn English in Australia. So what happened is as a mature age student, I am learning psychology and counseling at the university. That
Oh,
helps me
wonderful. How appropriate.
because I'm finishing my BA hopefully soon and moving on
Congratulations.
with
So
the,
good.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I would like to continue till I die with honors, master's, PhD, whatever I can do, whatever my limit
Yes.
is. Not to work as a clinical psychologist, perhaps as a spiritual counselor, or because that gives me the frame. How I deliver
Yes.
my message, how to improve my terminology and my
Yes.
English, that comes from that. But
Definitely.
the message comes from me.
Yes.
That's how I can actually improve how I deliver. The delivery is important, as you say, because
Yes.
sometimes I might have the emotional capacity or empathy, but not necessarily the vocabulary.
Yes.
So
I
that's
think,
why it's really good.
yeah, I think, congratulations on deepening your learning and your growth, because it does, I feel, give readings more depth, and also, the challenges that we overcome in life. I think, as a psychic, I don't know what you feel, Dennis, but I feel, if anything, it makes our readings more, um, I don't know. I think when you have a deeper understanding of life in general, it can make our readings a little bit more meaningful, perhaps, or there might be a bit more understanding there. Or what do you think? What do you think about that? Yeah.
It helped me, this process helped me to minimize my ego.
Yes.
Like
Oh, good. Yeah,
Rumi,
good point.
like
Yeah.
Rumi suggested, for example, the whirling dervishes go like this. One
Yes.
hand is up, that takes the gift or anything, the energy from God, from the Creator, and the other hand is pointing down. With that palm, he gives or she gives.
Yes.
I am like a transmitter in the, or like a microphone, I call myself.
Yes.
My ego is not important.
Yes.
They need to connect with their loved ones. I hate the word lost because to me,
They're
someone
not
might be
lost.
lost, but they are
Yeah.
not lost. Probably I
They're
am the
very
lost
much
one.
found. Yeah.
Or someone might say, "Oh, Deniz, oh, is my loved one in heaven?" Or uh, we don't know where heaven or hell is. Perhaps this is hell and there is heaven there, or it's vice versa.
True.
It changes.
Yes, they're all just, categories, like,
But
how we try and make sense of it. Yeah.
in order to learn anything, to improve, I have to get rid of my ego as much as possible.
Yes.
It is not possible to get rid of it 100%. I need some
No,
part of it.
it does serve a purpose. Yeah.
It does. That's my defense as well sometimes. But I try to improve and learn till I die because that's my purpose, to be
Same
alive.
here. Yeah.
The day I die, I will be
Yeah.
very happy to go.
Yes.
But till that day, my job is never going to finish. Today, my leg is a bit shaky. Or perhaps when I get older, something will happen to my eyesight or to my speech. I will find a way to communicate. As long as I can
Yes.
be used, even in my nursing home room, this is my plan, to sneak in a client secretly in person or online to get my Wi Fi and still work there. That
Yes.
makes me who I am.
I think, yeah. Yeah. I just had this vision of you sneaking a client into the nursing home through the back door. I love that so much. What has this work taught you about the human spirit, do you think?
Oh, shall I say it or shall I keep it to myself? I don't know. Human spirit, we are all like children. I don't think we ever grow up after the age of 5, 6, or 7. And that makes us fickle and fallible. And some of us want to improve. Some say, I'm done, I'm an adult now.
Yes,
But the job is never done.
it's never done. You never stop learning, growing, evolving, expanding. Well, that's what I like to think anyway, and I know you do too. Yeah.
So, what I like is about human nature. I love human. I am a human. Then I turn the other way around. I can see the Adelaide Hills. I love the hills more, the trees,
Yes.
the air, my cat,
Yes.
any animal.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
love them more. And I can't
Yes.
lie to you. And I shouldn't.
No.
That's how I
No.
feel.
I
I love
totally get
human
it.
to a certain degree, but I love
Yes.
the nature more than I love human.
Oh my goodness. You're speaking my language, Dennis. Um, I live here on 3.5 acres. I've got lots of trees. I've got my little sausage dog that I walk on the beach, and yeah, do you know that I call it simple abundance, you know? Yeah, I love nature too. That's really yeah, that's really singing to my soul, what you just said there. Um, you know, I think what I've learned about the human spirit is that we're not too different. And I love the way you explained it as, you know, we're all children, we're vulnerable, we've all got stuff, you know, like um, but after many years of readings, and you know, I know that you've had a similar, you know, you've had lots of experiences. Yeah, to me, like, you know, we're not too different, but you're quite right. Some of us are here to learn and grow, and some of us decide as an adult that we've, you know, that we've learned everything we need to learn. So that could be the difference. Has there been a reading that has really stayed with you, one that changed you, do you think?
Not one particular reading, but some
Yeah,
gradually it made some changes. But on the previous point, some people want to focus. I want this, I want that, what they want. But what they want might be different than what they need.
exactly.
And self awareness is important for that. And
Yes,
I might say I'm self aware, but perhaps I'm not. And that's a journey, and it takes a very long time. And usually, even in some, my parents are Muslim, I come from an Islamic background, and I like more like the Sufism and Rumi type of more,
beautiful. I love Rumi. I love that.
and
Yeah.
what I learned recently is actually if I need a mirror, then God gives me that kind of life partner or friend so I can see my faults in him or in her.
Yes.
When I get angry at them, I get angry at my
You're
own
really angry at
failings,
yourself. Yeah.
at myself. And that's how
Yeah.
we grow and learn.
Yes.
So there is not one particular reading, but probably I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm perfect, or I don't want to sound like this, but there was a life threatening situation for one of my clients. If she could not get out of that home with that husband, she would have been dead today.
Yes. Yes.
And for some reason, it doesn't happen often. I have seen a very big dagger, knife shape. And it looked like very close to, because there are points in coffee cup. For example, coffee cup handle is one point.
Right.
Um, and I said, within the next 2, 3 weeks, you might be gone if you don't leave this
Do
place.
something.
The person
Yes.
started to cry because I didn't know actually. So I've seen many clients. It's not just one particular case, many different cases.
Yes.
Domestic violence or just like other problems in other countries. This happened, this another country, not here. And acted. They acted. In another one, for example, the child was going to be taken by one parent overseas. So the father was
Right.
never going to see
Yes.
that child again. And
Yes.
so some timely interventions helped them. And I was happy to hear that. But
Yes.
it's not about my making or my knowing, it's about the spirit
Yes.
help me and use me as a tool, as a
As a messenger,
mouthpiece,
as a
as a
tool, as a
messenger.
conduit. Yeah.
And those kind of like stood with me because after the reading, I become the same silly Deniz in my own life. I made my own mistakes. So that comes
Yeah.
and goes. It doesn't always stay that way.
That's right. Yeah. I love that. What a beautiful answer. Um, Yeah, it's been an absolute joy talking to you. We're going to put all of your contact details in the show notes because I know that there's going to be a lot of the audience that are going to want to find you and look at what you do. And I had a look on your website. It's an amazing website, and you do so many things, including face reading. I noticed as well, too, Dennis. Yeah.
In the face, it's more to do with the eyes. I compare the
Yes.
left eyes, the meaning with the right eye.
Yes.
I might be very open today for a date, but perhaps in the long run, I don't want to marry this person. So you can see actually the long term, you can feel the long term things in the eyes.
Yeah, I totally agree. You know, the eyes are the mirrors of the soul, and oh yes, I love that you do that. That's amazing. Yeah.
And if they want to find more about what I do, I am very active and I do everything by myself, most of the things by myself. I love to be in touch with my clients myself, not AI, although I use online. It's whatever comes, it comes from me.
Yes. Yes.
Social media, they can find me on social media or anywhere, either as Psychic Deniz, and my name is spelled is Deniz. There is a Z in the
Yes,
end.
with the Z.
Z.
Dennis with a Z.
Z.
Dennis,
Or
yeah, so easy to find,
Psychic
you
Deniz,
know.
or in some of them, I am a coffee cup readings. For some reason, years ago, I become coffee cup readings. Either I am, for example, on Facebook, I have coffee cup readings. In brackets, I'm
Yes.
Psychic Deniz. But when you go to
Yes.
Instagram, I'm Psychic Deniz. I'm in
Yes.
all of them. I take videos, very amateurish videos from my home,
Yes.
and I just post them if I see any benefit in it, if there is a message. Otherwise, I go very quiet for some time.
Beautiful. I love that. You know, I noticed that you do so many different things, and that you're always educating yourself, and you have a lot of integrity with what you do, and I love your humble approach, and it's been an absolute delight and pleasure to have you on the podcast today. I'd like to pull a card for you if I can, Dennis, from my Moon Temple Oracle deck, this one here.
I love that.
Love that.
Please. Oh,
And
yes.
and we've got this beautiful card here, and I don't know if you can see it.
I can see it. Yes, I'm very
Yes.
excited.
And it's this gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful spirit here. And he's got golden wings, and he's got his little baby lion on his lap. And he's the visionary, as you are the visionary. So I see the highest vision of unity for the planet, opportunities to unite and encourage a global community are opening up for you. So it's all about, unify, inspire, guide. It is about trusting in yourself and leading from heart, and, really following your higher purpose. So I just felt this card was so appropriate for you, because it's really interesting. We are around a new moon in Scorpio as we record this podcast. But the really interesting thing too is this particular moon god is from your part of the world, Turkey.
Oh my God.
I know, you can't make it up, right?
No, it's wonderful.
It's
Even
so
the
wonderful. I
images,
love that so
wonderful.
much. You know, the beautiful, yeah, around your part of the world. It's really beautiful. It's that beautiful kind of inanna, around that kind of culture. Really beautiful. I love that for you, because that's how I see you, as that beautiful visionary, that beautiful guide. And with that beautiful new moon, it is about, you know, beautiful new beginnings, a new cycle, a new chapter. Really beautiful cards. So thank you so much, Dennis, for coming on today. Thank you.
I thank you very much, and you are really on the point here by saying new beginnings, fresh start, because things are changing in my life as we speak. That's why I am so happy to hear that, and also I am obliged now. One day I would like to do your coffee cup reading.
Oh, I'd love that so much.
Send me your coffee sheets and I will do the reading either live video like this, or I can just send it as an audio recording.
Oh, I'd
Yes,
love that.
please have some Turkish coffee sometime. If you can't
Oh,
find Turkish
definitely.
coffee, any coffee without any milk, black coffee, thick coffee, turn it upside
Married
down
to an
on a plate.
Italian Dennis, so it might have to be a
Espresso,
strong Italian coffee.
the double espresso or ristretto would do a perfect job.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. I'm definitely going to do that. I'll be in
Please, yeah,
touch.
of
Thank
course.
you. Um, Infinite heartfelt blessings to you. I liked you from the first time I met you, and I'm so happy to have you on today. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.